The parathyroid gland are four glands about the size of raisins that are embedded in the posterior surface of the thyroid gland. Each gland consists of many tightly packed secreting cells called the chief cells and the oxyphil cells. The chief or principal cells produces the parathyroid hormone, also known as parathormone. The parathormone causes the kidneys to conserve blood calcium and stimulates intestinal cells to absorb calcium in the digested food in the intestine. It also promotes the formation of the hormone calcitriol, which is important for calcium synthesis. The parathyroid hormone basically has the opposite function of your calcitonin, in which it increases the calcium in the blood. It promotes the osteoclastic activity, therefore breaking down the bone matrix in order to increase the calcium ions in the blood. It also increases the calcium in the blood by stimulating the intestinal cells to absorb calcium from the digested food rather than excreting it by the kidney. An abnormally low level of the parathyroid hormone is called your hypoparathyroidism. This can be caused by surgical removal or injury to the glands. The decreased level of this hormone reduces the osteoclastic activity as well as the formation of vitamin D. Bones will remain strong, but the blood calcium level decreases, resulting in nerves and muscles becoming abnormally excitable. This will produce spontaneous action potential and can cause frequent muscle cramps or tetanic contractions. If respiratory muscles are affected, breathing failure and death can occur. An abnormally high level of parathyroid hormone secretion is known as your hyperparathyroidism and can be caused by a tumor in the parathyroid gland. This results in the breakdown of bone matrix, and the bone becomes soft and deformed and can easily be fractured. Elevated calcium levels in the blood cause muscles and nerves to become less excitable, resulting in muscle weakness and fatigue. Excess calcium and phosphate ions may become deposited in abnormal places, resulting in kidney stones. So again, your parathyroid hormone will inhibit the function of your osteoblast and would promote the function of your osteoclastic activity, in which it will break down the bone matrix so that more calcium can be seen in the blood. Here it will also inhibit the excretion function of the kidneys, but it will stimulate the absorption of the calcium by the intestines. In hypoparathyroidism, there will be reduction in the osteoclastic activity, meaning there will be decreased calcium in the blood. It will lead to muscles and nerves becoming less excitable. While in hyperparathyroidism, there is overactivity or increased activity by your osteoclast, making those cells just eat the bone matrix until it is easily fractured. Since there is increased activity of the osteoclast, it will increase the calcium levels in the blood, making the muscles and nerves becoming less excitable. This would be the difference between your calcitonin and your parathyroid hormone. Your calcitonin is secreted by your parafollicular cells of the thyroid gland. Its main function is to reduce the calcium concentration in the blood, therefore it is stimulated if there is abnormally elevated or increased calcium levels in the blood. As for the bone, it promotes the bone building function, and this would be the pathologies associated with your calcitonin. If there's low levels, it will lead to osteopenia. If there's increased levels, it will lead to hypocalcemia. Your parathyroid hormone is secreted by your parathyroid gland. The main function would be to increase the calcium concentration in the blood. Therefore, it is stimulated if there is abnormally low calcium levels in the blood. As for the bone, it promotes the bone eating or bone resorption ability. The pathology associated with your parathyroid hormone would be the hypo and the hyperparathyroidism. As a review, the parathyroid hormone, the main function of which is to increase the calcium levels in the blood.